Hello. First of all, I'd like to thank you for validating what my life's mantra has been, which is be like water and go with the flow. And so many upstream people have always told me, you're lazy, you're just, compromising, you're willing to accept something. But ever since I had a near-death experience and I saw the white light and I saw the drops of spirit going back to the whole, I started searching for religions. And I saw that they're all created by men and controlled for those people. And now I look and I see religion and I see all of this strife and all of these justifications for inhumanity to each other. And I feel compelled to be like a born again and go around and tell people, there's another way. There's this law of attraction. And in physics, having been like a amateur theologian, and which led me into quantum physics, looking for God, there's this new discovery as far as the string theory and the vibration, and everything's there, and it's all flowing, and it's all becoming more obvious, and I don't understand why people continue to let the dogma of their religions and all this ritual dictate their lives and justify them to be able to go do the things that they do under the name of their religion.
Well, here's the most important thing that we want to lay as a basis for all of this. All of them want to feel good. All of them want to be good. And they're all making that effort in one way or another. And the most important thing is law of attraction is bringing to them things that are like what they are offering. In other words, they just can't get away from what law of attraction does. What they think and what they feel and what manifests around them is always a vibrational match. So we want to give this to you softly, and we know you will hear it completely. In exactly the same way that you see them and it not working, and that upsets you, we want to say, why would you do that? In other words, as you see them not being joyful as they could be, not connecting with who they are as they could, you can't look at that aspect of them and stay connected yourself. So as you look at the world and it saddens you, or it evokes this question, why do they not get it? You're not getting it either in that moment. So when you reach the place that you can say, oh, I now see from greater picture. They are pure positive energy beings that deliberately came into the contrast, wanting to give birth to desires, and they're doing that. So they're doing what they intended to do. And some of us are now fixated on what's been born out of all of this life, and we are beginning to go with the flow and feel the rhythm of that. And everybody that's being newly born into it is going with that flow. And more are, by law of attraction, finding themselves at the right place at the right time to get another piece of it. So nothing's really wrong here at all. And we want you to really try to feel that for a little while, because we mean with every bit of sincerity that we can find in the heavens, if there were not a question, there could not be an answer. And if there were not a problem, there could not be a solution. And answers and solutions are evolution. So what you might say when you see someone struggling or warring or belligerently offering their version of life, what you might say is, oh yeah, I see what you're doing. You're step one part of the equation. You're in the weighing the contrast and sifting through the contrast. You're in the giving birth to the desires. And then in your mind's eye, just try to imagine what it is that they are giving birth to as they are flailing about in the discomfort of their life. And then you take the benefit of what they and others like them have given birth to and give that your undivided attention. And there will be a time not so far from now that you, like us, will thank them for their struggle.
I look forward to that.
We so want you to realize that out of all of that stuff that you think you don't want, out of the war and the struggle and the things you don't want is a expanded, evolved, brighter, better world. And so as we look at your planet from our vantage point, we don't see it as broken, and we don't see it as going downhill. We see it as providing more expansion and more asking than ever before. And since we give that part of it our undivided attention, we don't suffer in their struggling. And we stand, as you will, calling others forward toward that. One last thing we want to say to you, and that is the mark of a really good teacher, and you are that, is understanding where his student is and not trying to express more than he is able to understand. You also teach not with words, but through the clarity of your example.